You can tell by the standing ovation of two that that shot of the Emmy knocked their socks off.
Absolutely. We showed you, boy. I don't know, for some reason, Gelman brought the Emmy.
Thought it would cheer you up before
you
walked out.
So they shoot us down as we're walking up past our Emmy.
The Majesty. That's not even our Emmy. That's like one of the newscasters' Emmys, right?
No, it's an Emmy.
Anyway, it's Thursday, June 30th, 2011, and getting ready for the big July 4th weekend, and the weather's going to be great. Today and tomorrow are going to be absolutely spectacular.
That's what they're saying.
Oh, boy, is that nice. And no rain in sight.
No rain in sight.
What's all of those people when it rains like 3 weeks in a row in May, and people still say, but we need the rain. We don't need the rain after 3 weeks.
So true. You know, somebody sent me, the editor of the Farmer's Almanac sent me the Farmer's Almanac after Faith Ford was on the show talking about how she cut her hair according to the Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah, I remember that.
And did her plantings according to that. And it really is a plethora of information.
Oh, sure.
It tells you when to do everything. Really, when to do everything.
How hot the summers are going to be, how cold the winters.
How much snow you can expect, and week by week. It's really fascinating.
But you indicate that there was more to it than just the weather report.
Well, there's everything. There's really everything. The best time to plant trees, the best time for certain flowers, the best time to cut your hair, the best time for ovulation. I mean, the whole thing. It's like all...
Did she say ovulation?
Yeah.
You see, I don't like those words. They're scary. They're terrifying.
I'll draw you a picture later.
No. Guess what I saw last night?
Zarkana?
Zarkana.
Yes.
Cirque du Soleil. Well, they've been in New York for a lot. They've been in Randall's Island. They've been in the Battery. They've been Lincoln Center. But it's a great show. And now they're in Radio City Musical, the biggest theater of them all.
Joaquin asked me this morning, because it was in
the
New York Times, you know, the review.
Is there a big spread of
and he said, oh, what's that? And I said, it's the new Cirque du Soleil show. And he said, oh, can we go? Because we go every year.
Sure.
And if you haven't seen it, you must. It's just spellbinding.
Did you go last night?
We didn't go last night. We're going to go.
Yeah, it's a great show. There's no doubt about it. I mean, it just, you know, you've seen some of the things, but the aerial work is fantastic. Now they've got 8 guys going back and forth. And
it doesn't seem possible. It seems like at a certain point, somebody would fall or collide or trip, and it never happens. They are precision.
But you hold your breath when they get into the fancy aeronautics, you know. According
to the Farmer's Almanac, though, this show is the best one.
All of a sudden, the Farmer's Almanac has become the Bible of the show.
So you liked it?
So I liked it, but you know, there was something different that, you know, we've seen a lot of them in Vegas. In fact, you jumped on a couple of ropes with them on our shows.
Yeah.
But there was something a little different last night. At the beginning of the second act, this girl comes out, you know, a little dainty girl, and there's a big bowl in front of her, and it's all dark, and they've got a camera probably right on the ceiling looking down into this bowl. And so she throws some blue dust in there. It looks like dust, but it could be blue sand. And it's all dark. And of course, they cut then to the bowl, and you see her hands. And actually, it's on a film behind her. Are you following me at all?
The
camera's up there. The film is over there. The trajectory,
It's artistry.
And so she makes it all black. And then suddenly she just goes like this, and you see a guy's face, and then his hair, and then the wings. A really fantastic piece of artistry.
Yeah.
I couldn't she was sensational.
So dramatic.
Oh, yeah. And then she just blows some more dust on there and does it again. I'd give her my Oscar if I had one. But all I've got is a TV Emmy.
A TV Emmy, as
anyway,
opposed to those film Emmys they give out every so often.
It's all there, and the cast is like 75 people, you know, racing, doing, jumping,
and it's so international, and some of them, I swear, are missing bones in their bodies.
They are flexible.
When you see the contortionists, and you see somebody's, how can I put it? Somebody's crotch resting on their head, it doesn't make any sense.
You know, that's another word I choose not to hear. You know what I mean?
Then plug your ears.
Yeah, wow.
I don't know what else to call it. That's the best. The lower quadrant bent over and resting on their head. Like a hat.
Can't beat a good hat these days.
Like a fascinator at the royal wedding.
Oh, my gosh. Well, anyway, you know, New York has got his share of hold-ups. Every night there's another hold-up or another problem.
Yep.
So this guy went into a liquor store over in Brooklyn and didn't do too well. Look at the odds against him walking out of there with a bottle of liquor or some money. Enough cops there to fight an army. Didn't have a chance. It was
it was a hostage standoff. He took people hostage for 3 hours.
That's right, yeah. And Dog Day Afternoon is underneath the headline there, which is a great Al Pacino movie.
If you're going to be held hostage, a liquor store isn't a bad option. You know what I mean? You're like, my nerves are shot.
You'd be good to be held hostage. I'd like to hold you hostage for a while.
Okay, that's so creepy. Listen, I want you to know, and I really am shocked. I'm shocked. I think I can speak for all of us when I say I really thought these two crazy kids were going to make it work, but Bachelor Brad and Emily broke up, and I am devastated about it. It's a devastation. I am shocked. I'm going into seclusion right after the show.
You know, I kind of lost track of these two. Now, who is Emily? Is she the latest Bachelorette?
No. Remember Bachelor Brad, who gallantly could not make his decision and picked no one? Yeah, right. So then they gave him another shot at being the Bachelor. So I called him the used Bachelor, and so he picked this lucky lady Emily, and apparently
is that like the 23 women who came to be looked at by him?
Yes, these were.
So that's the one he picked.
This is the one he picked.
Did they get married?
No, they broke up. They were engaged temporarily until the end of the show, until the end of filming.
But I admire Bachelor Brad. He's very choosy. He's selecting it. He doesn't want to marry someone and then break their hearts. I think he's good. He's doing the right thing. Hey, if it's not right, get out! Before it's too late, Brad.
Do you think they'll give him a third go-around?
Oh, absolutely.
Are there any women left?
Absolutely. They've run out of bachelors on that show.
He's officially dated every woman.
Every one of them, huh?
No, every woman on the planet.
Oh, every one on the planet. Yeah, well, that's...
Thank you, sir. He's a smart man.
Yeah. Some guy who's 85 yelled out, "Smart man!"
Are you really 85?
Yes, he's 85. No.
You're 68. He's 68, Regis.
Sorry
You've
about
offended
that.
him. Are you happy now?
No, I'm kidding him. He knows that. What are we going to do? There's enough of a problem flying out of JFK. You know what I mean? Just getting on a plane these days is a lot of work.
This story makes me sad because they're trying to go lay their eggs.
Now, here's the situation. So the runway, Jamaica Bay, but little turtles are beginning to go across the runway here.
Because they have to go to lay their eggs to go in the sand.
And here they are. They're not very big. They're only like 6 inches or something like that, but it's disturbing all the pilots. They were playing the, I don't know if you guys heard the news this morning, they were playing the pilot in the cockpit talking to the control tower, and he goes, "We've got some turtles storming the runway," and the control tower, he goes, "Really? Turtles are storming the runway?" So they yell out, "Yo, get the shell out of here." Lot of problems. Lot going on. Well, we have some talk about, Prince Harry. I'm having a little fun with Prince Harry. Yes. Yeah, I think it's fun. You're having lots of fun. Because he's kind of like a mysterious guy, but he's out there. He's dating some beautiful women. And we brought up this story, and it made the OK Weekly over in England. Oh, we made OK. Rosie Huntington Whiteley, she was on the show 2 days ago. And I said, it'd be nice if Prince Harry came into your life, because he is very mysterious and so on. And so here they are together. I had a difficult time interviewing her because she was so gorgeous in Maxim magazine. Are you kidding? I've seen women like that all my life.
That's not her.
That's not her.
No.
No, I know. But this is the gal he is dating. Yeah. Yeah. Florence Boudinwell Bruce. Why do women have to have three names these days? It confuses me. She's not bad, this one right here. What's the matter, Gelman? You just made a face like you were disturbed. I've seen that face for 25 years.
Yes.
I know when the face is disturbed.
Well, it's alleged that he's dating her, number one, but also she's a lingerie and swimsuit model also.
And what's wrong with that?
Nothing at all.
No.
But so maybe our friend, you know, she might be in the running.
She has a chance, is what you're saying, since she's also a lingerie and swimsuit model.
Yeah, see, they're all models. Harry knows what he's doing. Don't ever worry about Harry.
Ladies, aren't we all lingerie and swimsuit models at heart?
Yeah, right, you're all.
Don't we all have a chance at Prince Harry and royal happiness and a book deal? Hey, listen, they found your ATM card at East Hampton.
Yeah, what does it say? I wonder where that was.
They found your receipt when I guess you had left behind your receipt after you got money out of that ATM at East
what did
Hampton.
I leave behind?
But unfortunately, it reveals your balance being $99 million and change, and like 800.
You know, I usually keep it a little bit above that.
There it is. There's your receipt.
That's rich.
Yeah. That's when you know that it's like you're going to make it, when that's your balance.
You know, I hate to tell you this because you'll...
The ends are meeting everywhere.
Yeah. I hate to tell you this because you'll only make fun of me as you usually do, but I can take it. I don't know how to do an ATM.
I am shocked to learn of that. That's like when your gay friend comes out of the closet and you're like, yes, but what's your news? You know what I mean? It's like, I know, of course you don't know.
I was traumatized when they first came into being. It was almost 25 years ago. I told the story before, this Chase Bank down here.
It was longer than that, wasn't it?
Well, that's when I first saw it.
That's when he first heard about it, about a decade late, yeah.
So the guy took me out. He said, Regis, you know, you're starting in here back in New York, and let me show you how you do this and not wait in lines in the bank, because the bank in those days had enormous lines. So he took me out to the street. It was out of the street. And he said, now you do this, and then you put this number in, and then you press that button, and blah, 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 bang, you're done. I said, it looks pretty good. So I came back the next week, and I got up to the bank outside on the sidewalk, and there was a line, and there was a woman behind me, and she got me rattled. And I'm trying to think, well, what is that number? And I hear her going... Can anybody...
She was doing this. She was doing this.
Oh. And I'm thinking, oh, gosh, bang, bang.
Were you saying bang, bang?
I never went back again. Now I see the ATMs are all covered in. It's like going into a bank. You know, they're all lined up, and you go in there.
Some are out. Some are still out.
Still out on the side?
Some.
Yeah. Not for me. No.
So you gave it that one shot, and that was it.
That was the woman intimidated me.
The woman, that scary lady, intimidated you.
We talked to you again on the air, and you guys competed. Remember that?
No, I don't.
It wasn't really much of a competition.
Aren't they cocky, these two? It wasn't much of a competition, was it, Gelman?
Well, they tied my hands behind my back, and I had to use my nose to operate it.
Is that what happened to your nose? Okay. All right. Well, let's see, one more show, and you'll be in the Hamptons, laying in the sun, enjoying your life. And we'll be into the July the 4th weekend. But right now, today on our show, we have one of the hot young actors in the business today. Shia LaBeouf will be here from the new movie Transformers: Dark of the Moon.
And a performance by the incredible Jill Scott.
Here she is.
I was listening to the band warm up today.
Yeah, she sounds great.
Sounds so good.
Jill
Such
Scott
a
will
treat.
be with us. Okay, so right now it's time to get into spring, Gelman. I mean summer. Hey!